In the world of boxing, cash is king. It's the only language that everyone speaks fluently, from the promoters in the boardrooms to the champions in the ring. We see the flash, the jewelry, and the stacks of bills, but rarely do we see the receipts. Claressa Shields just reportedly signed the biggest deal in women's boxing history, $8 million. That is monopoly money to most of us. But we have to ask, is that $8 million check real? The media is calling it historic. The tweets are celebrating. But if you look closer at the paperwork, the math starts to get blurry. The media calls it historic, but we're digging a little deeper to see what exactly is involved in that $8 million. Welcome back to Job Queen Boxing, where the gloves come off and the truth comes out. Now let's peel back the curtain on that $8 million. In the boxing business, hearing a number like that should immediately trigger your skepticism alarm. This isn't the NFL or the NBA. There's no salary cap, and guaranteed money is rarely as guaranteed as the press release suggests. The key phrase here is multi-fight deal. That $8 million isn't a lump sum sitting in a bank account right now. It's a potential payout. It is a carrot on a stick. Historically, deals like this are structured as an earn-out. You get paid X amount for fight A and a little more for fight B, and the big monopoly money check only clears if you make it to the final boss fight at the end of that contract. If Claressa loses a fight in between, or if the networks can't agree on terms, that $8 million can evaporate into thin air. And that brings us to the real problem with the math. The lack of a dance partner. To justify an $8 million valuation, you usually need a rivalry or a fresh super fight. But look at Claressa's weight class. It's a ghost town. She has cleared it out so thoroughly that she's circling back to old news. We're hearing about a rematch with Franchon Cruz-Dezurn in February, but be honest, is there any buzz? No. Why? Because we already saw that movie, and we know how it ends. Shields already beat her. When your big money fight is a rerun against an opponent you've already handled, it proves the point. There's nobody left to sell a pay-per-view with. This deal is betting on Claressa carrying the entire promotion on her back. If the networks can't build a compelling storyline and the rematch with zero buzz isn't it, does the full $8 million really materialize? I wouldn't bet on it. We also have to look at the strange partners involved in this deal. This wasn't just a standard contract with a TV network. Reports indicate this deal involves Win Records. Since when do music labels sign boxers? This adds a whole new layer of complexity. It suggests that this isn't just about fighting. It's about cross-promotion in a way we haven't seen before. They are trying to turn Claressa into an entertainment brand, not just an athlete. But this is a dangerous game. When you mix music industry money with boxing politics, things get messy fast. Is the money coming from fight revenue, or is it an investment from a record label trying to buy clout? If it's the latter, that money can dry up the second the hype dies down. It makes the foundation of the $8 million skyscraper look a little shaky. Let's look deeper at this word, historic, that the media keeps throwing around. In the boxing business, historic is often code for marketing budget. When you see a headline about an $8 million deal for a female fighter, you have to compare it to the ecosystem. Canelo Alvarez can make $30 million in one night. Tyson Fury makes 50. So while 8 million is massive for women's boxing, it shows how far the gap still is. This deal is being used as a PR stunt to pretend that gap is closing, when in reality, it's a loss leader. The networks are likely losing money on this deal in the short term, hoping that the headline alone will bring in new sponsors. They are effectively paying for the headline of the contract, not the actual revenue the fight will generate. It is an artificial inflation of value, and as we know in economics, bubbles eventually burst. We also have to look at this from the promoter's side. Why take this risk? Why pay $8 million in a division with no opponents? It's because the boxing business is starving for stars. The heavyweight division is tied up in politics. The lightweight division is crowded. Women's boxing is one of the few growth areas left where you can build a narrative quickly. They are banking on Claressa becoming a crossover star, someone who transcends the sport like a Ronda Rousey did for the UFC. But there's a major flaw in that plan. Rousey had rivalries she could destroy in seconds, which went viral. Shields is a technical master who often goes the distance. Technical masters win belts, but it doesn't always go viral on TikTok or Instagram. Without those viral knockout moments, can she really generate the mainstream attention needed to earn back this $8 million investment? The promoters are gambling that her personality will sell the tickets that their knockouts aren't. So we come back to marketability. Claressa calls herself the GWOAT, and her skills, they back that up. But skills don't always pay the bills. The reason this number is shocking is that historically, Shields hasn't been the lone pay-per-view driver. That's a Canelo or a Joshua. This deal is likely an attempt to artificially inflate the market value. The promoters are likely overpaying now, hoping that the spectacle of her dominance will eventually turn a profit. But that is a massive gamble in a sport where one bad judge's scorecard or one injury can derail the whole train. So is the check real? The paper is real. The signature is real. But the money? That money is still locked in a vault that can only be opened by fighting perfect fights against unknown opponents. Until the bell rings, it's just a really expensive promise. I want to hear from you in the comments section. Do you think Claressa sees every penny of this deal? Or is this just another boxing headline designed to sell tickets? Let me know below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for the truth other channels won't tell you.